Good morning, Justin with EquinEdge. What a run yesterday by Horizonte. I didn't get a chance to watch that race, but I saw when I got home, people were kind of freaking out. And I was talking to Scotty, and he's like, oh my gosh, that horse was much the best. So I'm glad that Horizonte still won, but you don't see horses win like that, right? You know, very talented. We went 2 for 4 yesterday. Actually, I had 5 winners on the card. I just didn't give the right 4. I gave 2 of the 4. So, we're going to jump in here. I do think I like the back half of the cards. So we're going to mainly talk there. I do think that Cotton Candy Andy is probably the chalk here and probably wins the race. I do like the exacta here, though. The 3 over the 4 cold. And maybe even Reba attack in there. I'm against the 7. I think there's some speed here. It's in an outside post. I think kind of sets it up for Cotton Candy Andy. Is probably could be the single of the early sequence and most likely winner, I would say. All right, we're going to keep going, though. I like the back half of the card a lot better. Race, where are we going here? We're going to go to race number 4 at some value today. I do like Cowboy Cause, the top equine edge pick. I think it's just a great trip here. 1 for 14 here on the dirt, but Mr. Lutberry rides, and he's looking to maybe have a big day today, but ran respectable efforts here at Delta and recent efforts in 2 seconds, and Jarrett gets aboard, and this is not a great group, and I think can sit just a great trip and stock off the pace, and I think we're probably going to get a great price here around 4-1. So I like it a price there. Underneath Mr. Faversham, value on the EquinEdge. So watch that underneath. I don't think he'll win. I like Cowboy Cause, but underneath maybe an exacta. All right, race number 5. We're going to skip over this one. We're going to go to race 6. I think Hall of Fame probably is the single. Looks the goods. I watched the works here. One last out is 62. Again, it's some chalk today, so tread cautiously. They're on and off track as well. So, but 1-62 for Steve. Jose rides. He doesn't have a ton of mounts today, so kind of watch that too, where he's riding. Probably going to be live. He's riding earlier too. So, but not a ton of mounts. But graded stakes was much too tough. Looks to control the speed here. I think it's just going to be the best. So big win percent, but I think is a good play there. I think with the 6 scratch too. Cat on Time was the only other one, but underneath for me. So, maybe exactly there as well. You could play the daily double, I think, as well. Into race 7. I think Frost Mountain is chalky, but maybe we get 4-1, 5-1. You never know. But Frost Mountain, looks to be the goods, working really well. They end up on the off the turf here, so it's why we kind of late video this morning. But off the turf, but looks to be working really well. Really prepped for this race with Stidham. He hits his go-to Ben Curtis in the irons. I think Ben got a good shot here to win. They hit it 19%. Drops in, these 46 and 48s over at Turfway Park were very respectable there. Big fields, and now gets to over here to Fairgrounds. I think's fit. I think ready to go. So looks to be tough. Between the 2 of them, the 1-1 daily double would be my best bet of the card. Again, the price may not be great, but I think it's a good bet. And then we're going to talk the last, because I did narrow this. And so before we end the morning here, great short video right before post time. So you'll get this right before post time. Good luck today if you're playing over at Gulfstream in the mandatory pick 6 or, the Tampa pick 5. I think that's later as well. But I thought this race was between the 4, the 8 predominantly. I do like that exacta. I think we might get a little value there today. That could be a really good exacta. So 4-8, I don't like, there's some speed here in the 10-1, and the 9 doesn't have a lot of speed. It does show a little bit more there on the race sim and shows to be coming. But you could see the 4 wins the race, and to me, the 8's the other player, so let's talk about those 2 and we'll close it down. But Risky Priority, has been racing at this level and respectable 2nd and 3rd, and Mark Pedrosa rides there for Terry. So, not a big trainer, but puts Martin up, in the last race. This is state bred here and really fits versus this group. Was in a tough outside post in the A post back here. And so now slides into the 4, which it's never easy to win out here in the 7, 8, 9, 10 posts going 6 furlongs. So really live shot. And then Drew Mazing would be my other one. I like them both. Jareth rides here, for Eddie Schwantz. So, he shows up at these levels, only 11%, but Jareth rides, and I'll get my analysis in there. That one I need to throw in there still. But and then Hooray Austin, maybe hit the board, to be honest. So, but I like the 4-8 there on top and then exacted for some value. All right, we're closing the week down. Was another good week at Fairgrounds. A couple winners yesterday. We're just trying to find winners, key those in for you all. If I missed putting the QR code up above, but there's a QR code on Twitter. You can get 3 free races per day. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Chat soon.